I am going to read you a story. Once upon a time, in a valley between two mountains stood the town of Hamlin. Every spring, all the birds in the land would fly over Hamlin. As they moved from one mountain to the other, it was a magnificent sight to see. One bird would fly in front and sing the most beautiful bird songs. All the other birds would listen for the music, and that way they know which way to get to the other mountain. But one year, the singing bird had a sore throat. She couldn't make the beautiful music she usually made. Oh no! Without the singing bird's music, all the birds got lost. They didn't know which way to go. They flew in circles, and when they got tired, they landed in Hamlin. There were birds everywhere. There were birds in trees and on houses and even on people's heads. The people of Hamlin knew that they had to help the birds find their way to the mountain. But how? I have an idea, said a little boy named Piper. The birds are lost because the singing bird, who usually leads them with her music, has a sore throat. If we can make the same sounds as the singing bird, we can lead the birds up to the mountain. That's a great idea, cheered the people of Hamlin. So Piper got to work trying to pick an instrument that sounded like the beautiful bird song, which had such a pretty high sound. First, Piper picked up a drum. He took it over to the birds and began playing. Bang, bang, bang. He started marching toward the mountain, but the birds didn't follow him. Why not? Ah, said Piper, this drum does not sound like the beautiful bird song. I need to try another instrument. Next, Piper picked up a guitar. He took it over to the birds and began playing. Strum, strum, strum. He started marching toward the mountain, but the birds didn't follow him. Why not? Ah, said Piper, this guitar does not sound like the beautiful bird song. I need to try another instrument. Next, Piper picked up maracas. He took them over to the birds and began playing. Shake, shake, shake. He started marching toward the mountain, but the birds didn't follow him. Why not? Ah, said Piper, these maracas do not sound like the beautiful bird song. I need to try another instrument. Next, Piper picked cymbals. He took them over to the birds and began playing. Crash, crash, crash. He started marching toward the mountain, but the birds didn't follow him. Why not? Ah, said Piper, these cymbals do not sound like the beautiful bird song. I need to try another instrument. Next, Piper picked up a flute. He took the flute over to the birds and began playing. Woo, woo, woo. He started marching toward the mountains, and this time, the birds started following him. The flute sounded like the beautiful bird song. Hooray! Piper started blowing his flute louder and louder until all the birds could hear him. Soon, all the birds in the land started following Piper and his flute. Piper marched, and behind him, the birds flew and flew. They went all the way through Hamlin and all the way up the mountain. When they got to the top, all the birds gathered round Piper to thank him for his help. The singing bird said, Piper, we couldn't have done it if you haven't found the right instrument. Now, if I ever have a sore throat again, we will know exactly what to do. Thank you. You are very welcome, said Piper as he turned to walk home. Piper was so proud that he had helped the birds find their way to the mountain, and the people of Hamlin were proud too. The birds, Piper, and all the people of Hamlin lived happily ever after. The end. Did you like the story?